you guys been thinking about going solar and wondering if your home and your roof are ready for it? There are a few things to consider before you go solar. I'm going to try to help you guys out with what they are. The first thing is your roof. We got to figure out how old it is, right? Is my roof 10 years old, 10 months old, or 100 years old? Obviously, we don't want to put solar on a very old roof that we have to take off in 5, 10 years, right, to replace it if the roof goes bad. Second thing is orientation. So since we're in the northern hemisphere, we want the solar panels facing south because the sun is always to our south. So we want to make sure that the southern facing roof is if not shaded out from trees or other obstructions to make sure we're getting full sun. If the house is east to west, that's fine. We can use either of those as well. We just want to avoid northern facing roofs. And as far as roof types, there's three normal ones we'll deal with: asphalt and then metal. There's two types of metal. There's corrugated and there's standing seam. We can mount to all three. Our preferred one, when it comes to metal, would be standing seam because there actually are zero roof penetrations, which is always a plus. The other ones, obviously, we do many times as well, to many successes without any leaks. Third one would be rubber. So when it comes to rubber roof, if it's flat, we do actually a ballast system, so there's no roof penetrations. If it has a pitch of about 8 degrees or more, we can still mount to that through a different mounting. It's called OMG mounting. So all 4 of those roofs we can definitely mount to. The second thing to think about before you put solar on a roof is obviously the structural integrity of that roof. So what we want to do is obviously figure out, do you have trusses? Do you have rafters? What is the spacing? What is the actual size? Are they 2x8s or 2x4s? Are they 16 on center, 24 on center? So every roof that we do has to go to structural integrity engineering first. That's the first thing that's done to make sure, A, that they can hold the roof, but also with snow load and wind load as well. So solar is only about 2 to 3 pounds a square foot, so about maybe a layer of shingles on your roof, so it's not a ton of extra weight. We want to make sure that that roof won't flex. And if the roof ever flexes, you get cracks in your drywall, which obviously nobody wants. So that's the first step in any job that we do. The second is the electrical engineering. So any job, if it's 4,000 watts or 25,000 watts, has to have electrical engineering done, where we're going to what's called interconnect the system to your home. So the solar system is bringing energy down. Now we want to bring that energy to the house so the house can use it first. We don't want to give it right to the grid. So the interconnection point has to be established during a site visit. So that way we can ensure the energy that you're producing, you're using and getting excess credit for it in the future for excess energy. Once all that's done, then we get to submit for 3 things. Potentially 3. The first one is utility approval. Utility approval is what's called the interconnection agreement. That is that one-line diagram that gets submitted to the utility. The utility has to make sure that A, their grid can handle it, B, our wire size is appropriate for the size of the system, and C, it's all up to NEC regulations. The second thing is the permit. The permit is always different depending on the state that we're in. Some states require 2 permits, electrical and mechanical. Pennsylvania usually requires 1. The third thing, which is not applicable to every single customer, which is HOA. So some HOAs require certain types of panels, certain roofs only to be used. So that has to be approved as well. Usually it's called architecture review form that every HOA will have that we have to help usually the homeowner submit, which will help you out with that as well. The next thing to consider when you're looking into solar is how many panels do you need? So I get that question all the time: Josh, do I need 10 panels or 30 panels? It really comes down to what your house consumes. So every house is different size, and the major factor is HVAC. Do you have electric heat or do you have gas heat? So that's going to really determine how many panels you need. So what we do is A, look at your kilowatt hours, right? Are you 10,000 a year or 20,000? That will tell me how big of a system you need. So then I'm going to determine the size of the system, and then determine what roofs to use. So through the design phase, we're going to determine where the panels are going to go, how many we have, what inverters we're going to use, what panels we're going to use to ensure that we can offset that entire electric consumption, that you don't have a bill anymore. That's the goal really of what I'm doing every day, is designing a system to meet your energy needs. So looking at all that, you can see solar really comes down to A, what is your energy consumption? B, what is my roof availability? Meaning, what roofs can I use? What roofs can I use? What is the shading? Are there trees available or present to cause shading? And see how many panels do I need to offset my bill. Once we determine all that, then we can size the system appropriately for your home and your needs to ensure that obviously your bill is gone, but you're going green energy in the future with renewable through solar. So if you're interested in getting a more of a dive into solar, feel free to reach out to us. We can give you a free quote. It's all done basically virtually to start. Pull up your house using satellite imagery, design the system based upon your energy needs, explain the value of solar and benefits to your home as well as your family into the future.